By this moment calendar again, still going on. Experience being intimidated by method supernatural. But for this progress, get contact. Definitive, I'm being disturbed actually by Asia peoples, China. That's actually already begin since 2008. That's what contact said to me on this morning. Saturday, 19 July 2025. I'm being pushed to make international English speech again for that. For following also about suspect, which already being identifying since yesterday from local people's neighborhood of my country also. On this morning, I got contact say from Asia peoples actually, suspect leaders, that's all mean, to this moment years, 2 years, 2008 until 2025. You get confirmation that actually want to hijacking Indonesia country, actually similar with that, but made bluff to about their statement for sweet court Indonesia country actually about loan or about their dominant actually on local domestic Indonesia. And they say that's actually supernatural, but it seems still not very clear because I'm still believe for my claim yesterday. Suspect actually from local peoples since 2008 until this is 2025. My contact said this truly happened actually on this morning. And I'm being accompanied also actually by Indonesia government or military actually, include also police. Contact just need to be reported by me, similar with them. My country being called by Asia peoples. Contact say that's why. For this case actually 2008, and I got confirmations that's actually being spared for international frictions also to white-skinned peoples. This actually Asia people's interest for made court for Indonesia 2008, which meaning by RI 6661 for discovery. But I believe they just made hijacking actually for Indonesia country through their status also actually not alone as suspect. That's what I mean on this case actually. That's we THRU until this year 2025 since 2008. I still believe for my claim yesterday. I got confirmations also say that I'm definitely being hit by them. Actually about my pioneering case, that's actually not directions to Asia peoples. Don't they say I'm kinda wrong for made directions about my case also, and I'm confirmed not going to responsible even I fixing for my confirmations case to Asia peoples on this calendar also. Don't they say that's not going to impact for responsibling my case actually. Kind of confusing. I'm trying for my best to make the evaluations report on this morning. I'm being contacted since last night actually, but I keep patience until this moment morning. Contact say I need to make conference. I should not ignoring for made report conference. Contact say for that on this morning. I believe I got connected actually with peoples. I believe I own alibi actually for this experience disturbing supernatural method, but I'm being claimed actually just illusions, just indigo actually. That's also very not confident to me, and say actually I'm being there actually being challenged for against law by Asia peoples to about this case actually, and also about my parents. Context from Asia peoples actually really hates for my claim about Indonesia monumental nationals to my parents Adivana, and that's also about my mother Slatina. Context from Asia peoples. I got confirmation actually they also not allowed me to get connected with international, even I'm being supported by my government, Indonesia government. Contact say about that also since last night from Asia peoples. I got confirmations until this morning say actually not good for me to get connected with international for my case, because Asia peoples or about local domestic of them also in my country really hates for about that. I got confirmation said they're actually attentions actually for about their money on my country. That's the pointer, and that's actually the problem for about their activity supernatural context say, and finally they want to say actually on status as suspect, which I mean on internet. Okay, I'm trying to evaluate to confirmations about this progress. I'm being disturbed. Context definitive Asia peoples, China peoples, purity also for about their delegations that's on the domiciliary address on my country. This contact definitive dumped for my claim status suspect on yesterday. But about local peoples, contact say they actually belong of Asia people, China. They think also about my claim by claim on internet, for about my ordinary job, for about my domiciliary address, education graduate was to be when I get college, for about my friendships also, for about my parents' legacy also, and there's also include about my appointment buying car, the THRU Grand Max minibus, and also about my plan for my case, for about my internet. Context say from Asia peoples, China peoples as purity also for explain. I actually already claimed for the status community that I'm searching for about my case, suspect, which I mean not local peoples, then also not America. Context say they are interest for about Indonesia country because they earn money, and that's not to be disturbed by claim monumental national Indonesia, Adibana and Slatina. My parents context say that's kinda wrong for being blow up on these moment situations or this Millennium Day. Context say similar with that, and I believe I own alibi for my claim yesterday. I still insist for match about this morning clarifications, confirmations as your peoples. I get contact said my parents definitely being agree for about my claim. Context said by my government definitive monumental national Indonesia, and I'm being in fight for supernatural conversations with the Indonesian government or delegations, police also for made agreements about my parents' status monumental national also. Context say my government definitely agree with me for my claim. Definitive Asia peoples made sabotage for my parents' monumental national Indonesia. That's also about Bank Indonesia or BI, Adi, Bana and Slatina. And that's also about BRI, Adi, Bana and Slatina. And that's also about Rupiah, Adi, Bana and Slatina. Context said for percentage, actually my government agree with me about that and suggesting me to make next conference for following about the case and also meet with my parents. Actually I got contact. There's Asia peoples actually recidivists also actually ever being prisoner by my government also on Nusa Kambangan, on Cipinang, on another prisons in Java Island for purity in Jakarta context. That's also for one confirmation information to me by my government. But contact not stop on that spot and still being disturbed, still being intimidated, still being manipulated. Context say from China peoples, Asia peoples, they say they already live in Indonesia, already domicile in Indonesia since years before, since 2000, since 19, since 18, and own money, own dominations, own politics for about Indonesia ownership. They say Adi, Bana and Slatina definitely being claimed by them, not owner of Rupiah and also Bank Indonesia and BRI, but definitely China peoples, Asia peoples, that's the ownership of the Indonesia country. And this contact said from my government also, I need to conference, I need to make conference, I need to report that through my internet. That's actually my opportunity and should not ignoring about. And these confirmations, intimidations, I mean, these confirmations, intimidations, also actually for discrediting Indonesia country, for eliminate about Indonesia country situations on this case actually. Definitive they're being heard they're being sound through Jakarta also for about contacting name Irwan Cornell. So this can be evaluated actually for next by my government, and definitely they're just bluffing. Need to be conferenced by name Irwan Cornell through internet global on this day. Context this also for about claim ownership social media internet also. Actually Indonesia country own dominant for that, own domain for that, and internet RD6661 for discovery me actually access for using that. Then we can show for the progress also. Context for about internet Indonesia actually. I'm being dumped for my reward money by Asia peoples. This kind of controversies also for explain about my yesterday conference actually, and definitely I'm being alibi also for the situations identifying suspect for about Asia peoples, China peoples. Context this can be take sample for about actually video online, video live on this day. Definitely many peoples around for alibi about them, and also about my case also. Context definitely actually being alibi for about them also Asia peoples, not kinda similar with name Irwan Cornell thought or thinking about them actually. They're just pretending, but through this progress name Irwan Cornell just a shock for the first time. Context actually many people already know about their status as haters actually for Indonesia country, and made sample to name Irwan Cornell because on status as son of monumental national Indonesia. His parents Adi, Bana, Merdeka, and Slatina. Context actually already being information to many peoples on my town or neighborhood, and there actually being frictions, being contradictions by North Sumatra universities also for about internet Adi 6661 could discover me about his parents Adi, Bana, and Slatina. Said therefore the continued progress also about Asia peoples. I'm being confirmations actually police monitoring, watching about my progress. Definitive also delegate for the group to following about the experience case contact body supernatural name Irwan Cornell. Said actually name Irwan Cornell will be nearby for the moment the execution or got the money reward that actually he means on internet. Got confirmations that's also about my project BRI 666 USU. Context actually already being evaluated by my government and still blunder for about regions or non-Pribumi. Actually name it one already conference for about them actually since yesterday, but seems getting switch, getting different again on this moment calendar. Not kind of commitment, but say through internet RD6661 for discovery meaning name Irwan Cornell actually on appointment for project with regions for about BRI 666 USU or about project with Asia peoples also for about the Hatsu Grand Max minibus, and also BRI 666 USU include on that car. Context kind of bluff actually to this moment calendar and need to be conferenced so can be evaluated also by my government. Context for purity I need to take risks for saying by my government Indonesia or Jakarta context say actually for about our country, Indonesia. I got confirmation. I'm also on the ability quite enough for English speech. That's also for just process clearing, for just made anchoring case, kind of enough actually, and should not wasting time for made the conference on the progress. Okay, very many contact happened to me since last night, since yesterday, but definitely for one dominant non-responsible already made claim visual happening and still made confusing for about next probability criminal. Asia peoples about my ordinary job for explain them also actually that I already claimed in years to years before 2015, 2018, 2020. I say I'm being sabotaged by unresponsible people for about my ordinary job, tumble ban and perbengkelan. Contact from Asia people said through yesterday, since this calendar also, they're actually the one that need to be meet by me for about that claim. Actually, I'm being sabotaged, and that's already true about segment by segment, which I mean on internet since yesterday. Kind of confusing because through last night actually I already made conference. Actually, this already far away from Asia peoples. I already made contact confirmations for about America, and there's also to about Iran, for about country of Israel. I'm kind of comprehensive for explain that through my conference yesterday, but through this moment calendar already different again. This said from Asia peoples not go to another directions, and I'm definitely saying kinda indigo also, and will not got the responsible for what I mean on internet, because Asia peoples rejecting that, not because America rejecting that, not because Arab rejecting that, but because Asia peoples rejecting that. I got confirmation as similar that also kind of confusing. And through about also about my explanations internet saying this actually for dominate Indonesia country, actually not America, that's actually Asia, kind of jerk for that statement also behind. I got that information also, and said I should make the conference for make the evaluations who actually we dealing actually on this progress. No, I need to conference about that. Okay, I got your contact in here, but I kinda hate for their non-responsible attitude from Asi people. They definitely want to eliminate, want to make nihilisms for about my case definitive, and that's true about my parents monumental national. It's kinda wacko for me because definitely I'm being approved by my contact say from government. That's also I need to complain in here. They're definitely my parents delegations, but seems not want to responsibly about that, and say my country actually on loan by them and need to be paid for that. I think that loan came from my parents' money. Definitely they're using Bank Indonesia, and also about their rupiah also. I got confirmation actually being signature for first beginning for about my parents' signature actually, but they just want to responsible about that. They're just ignoring for about that. Context say they're actually the one that authorizations for the signatory, not Adibana, even that since the first beginning, or through this moment proving they're rejecting Adibana and Slatina. Then said Indonesia counter actually on problem with them and not another side or another country should not goes around, but actually need to attention about Asia. Context say similar with that. I hate that. Okay, there's a kind of out of line for statement, kind of jerk for being rational actually. Definitive 100% rejecting for existency my parents monumental and said Indonesia country on loan not because about my parents, that's actually loan from Asia country. And there isn't about Bank Indonesia, Adibana and Slatina. There isn't BRI, Adibana and Slatina. Even that's just about historical. Even that's just about monumental. It never exists for that. Actually, Asia peoples are dominant for Indonesia country. And that mean about loan also need to be paid to Asia peoples, context say from them. And I kind of hate about that statement. Very jerk. Definitive nihil for about my parents or about Indonesia country. It is just about Asia peoples and never growth if not include with them. That's why I need to confront for about my parents actually. If you understand, And true also about my buying car also being a statement by them since yesterday, but not going to responsible by the contact happening also since yesterday. Even they already made statement as the one that responsible for my buying car, the Hatsu Grand Max minibus. That's also for one point. Since want to against law but ignoring about the line, about the rules, about the attitude, this is not kind of professional by them. Definitive similar with that. And also about my project BRI 666, that's for first beginning. Contact not should made usu on the title for first speech on these minutes. That's also being sabotaged. Context and Asia peoples are dominant for about BRI and will not responsibly about my case. Even that's already being conferenced, being contact charges with my government. What about BRI 666 usu? Or they're also saying actually BRI already on Brimo, similar with that. It kinda not rational for me, and that's also I believe on problem for about my parents monumental national. They kinda thief. I think similar with that. They're just there to challenge for against the rules, not kind of professional attitude for their mean actually also. And I'm being intimidated without any pain, without any gain, without any reward for chance to me. That's really jerk actually for fucking insult to them. Context say they also want to say actually they are Vietcong and they want to say they're actually Vietnam and they want to give them for Indonesia because they're actually from Bangkok. It kind of like that. It's similar for about that actually, but it seems not a very tone for their speech like that actually. But I think it's similar also for that. Okay, for the point, this will not be responsible by them, and I just need to confront for about that. Context say Indonesia going to be released by them for about the situation's case. That's also their statement, but with one condition. First point or one condition, that's two conditions or one conditions. Need to pay the loan context similar, and then not to responsibling my case. That's for the secondary. Indonesia country on loan and need to pay for that to Asia people. That's what context say from them, and that's actually the rules to get away from these situations, sabotage or hijacking from Asia people. They said they're actually on dominations for take over Indonesia country, and if I want to get out from this case, need to be paid to Asia peoples, and also for about my case should not be responsible actually. It's kind of wacko actually for me. That's also need to be attention for about this statement. Confirmation also they want to make court want to saying about their girl actually. They say they actually on porn for Indonesia country. That's about video online for about video live. Need to be paid for that. Should not ignoring about money for them because they already saw on video live on video online. That's also for the statement by them on this moment. Okay, I'm trying to remember for one by one point of their statement. Very intimidations, very illuminating my case, my situations, my report, my improvement actually. And contact next, I already remember they just made statement. This all just playing around. This all just joke. They already got money. That's all. Nothing more than that. Not very interest or responsibly next. But about internet ID 666 one for discovery meaning. For about maintaining Indonesia country, for about seriously politik nasional Indonesia, for about seriously maintaining Bank Rakyat Indonesia, or about growing economic national Indonesia for rupiah. That's kind of interesting for them. Context say also similar with that. They just got money from these situations, and Indonesia country actually already being busted, being hijacking for meaning about actually by them, and should pay for being released actually. Context said that's also named Irwan Cornell, not going to impact for about the progress. That's for one packet confirmations also on this morning since last night. Very jerk, okay. Need to be evaluate, need to be confirmations again. Okay, meanwhile also chasing that confirmations fucking asshole. I got contact also. This kind of different also say from last night also. International we got connected with alien family. This international millennium definitive being trust, being alibi, moment by moment, and should not worry for about improvement internet ID 6661 can discovery. And that's also about human rights, about my claim nationality civilian also from Indonesia country, and that's also about my internet seed code also, my money reward for meeting also, for about my project also. Context international it goes to about angels and Ephesians for that, because this moment actually nearby for alibi also. Definitive religions are being believed because this moment for about Islam also, for about Christianity also, through America, through Asia, Arab, Middle East Asia, East Asia, Arab Saudi, Medina, Iran, or country of Israel. This already goes to religions, faith for about angels also. Need template banner for that context, say name in one corner being suggest, being recommended for option sample template banners on internet. Will be assessment for our next continue experience faith for about this supernatural also chasing of us. Context this for about appointment definitive already being secret also for conversations also among international friendships Middle Arab country of Israel and also Iran with also United States of America as one segment contacting each others also still for about challenging also on this progress actually. Okay, that's also my confirmation since last night. Say I need to make the conference. Context say I'm definitive the pioneering for this contacting supernatural already being searched, already being investigated by international and police. Definitive goes to Internet ID 666 on discovering as priority domain that's made pioneering this experience telepathy actually this telepathy contact body supernatural but definitive positive because on orientations matching the improvement case actually not for made criminal actually and only through international for professing about actually. And I got contact confirmations also for alien family being conversations being companion also segment by segment confirmations all the directions to about this millennium as momentum first beginning again since century to century alien meet with human being or about angels also for about faith for about species also for about friendships right each other's nationalitarium galactica since prophet century on momentum through this millennium actually case human commanding goes soon grave code pentagram satan code 666 that's already being report already being confirmations by alien friendships pentagon since Elvis Presley. That's already one directions also conversations between alien and United States actually context say white skin peoples do conversation with alien and just goes to the appointment millennium for about actually alien friendship human 666 or we arrive that's also I got information contact for that. This kind of faith and definitive reality in front of us context say not kind of illusions definitive being estafette by Internet 666 on discovering since mark of the beast 666 RFID since international issue about TRIPLESIX goes round countries context already real and going to be committed by conversations meanwhile with alien family international United States also actually and Iran also context Arab Saudi such also country of Israel also include for made the estafette conversation with alien family. This is not kind of illusion anymore. This only faith and going to be continued for maintains about our religion, for about faith, for about science and law also, talk about human right for meaning sample also. Contact say definitive my 666 being approved on money on reward money for waiting actually. Okay, that's one different confirmations on this morning since last night. Kinda positive, not negative than the first confirmations on this moment conference. Okay, I think that's all. I'm being contacted from my government actually. I already enough for my conference on this moment calendar. Should close for a while because we go into attentions just about these durations actually, not for more long durations actually. Okay, I'm going to close this actually. Okay, thank you very much, and I just wait for about the moment happening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom Christiani and Bodhisattva. Om Swantiasu. I hope we can understand each other in here for about the objectivity, because I believe this also case that need to be basically for our meet or about the appointment probability for our perceptions action. Okay, I got the confirmations. Okay, the visual and audio happening. Country of Israel, and also Arab, from Arab. Oh, okay, I get it. I got the visual and audio in here, and also from Indonesia country. A kind of hurry for this moment. Thanks God, I can through these evaluations conference just happening. I just saying that for speaking on this moment by minutes on this calendar conference actually. Okay, context said that's already enough. Okay, I get it. I'm going to close this conference. Thank you very much, international. I got the visual and just want to leave behind. Actually, I want to wait for about the moment. Yeah, that's also about my mind. Okay, that's enough. Okay, I get it. I heard for the voice. That's enough. Okay. See you again. I want to say for the last minute also, thank you very much, alien family. Okay, I'll keep supporting alien family. Okay, that's also the appointment and also this alibi also into alien family as well. Thank you very much to alien family. Okay, I'll make the template. Okay, alien family. That's on internet. Okay, that's all. See you again. I love you. Okay.